up for head coach Bruce Arians. He recently said it was, quote, Super Bowl or bust for Tampa. I hear you, B.A. Then he doubled down on that statement yesterday. Y'all take a listen.
You know, see how far this goes. It won't be if we don't win this one. That's for sure. And really, it's not going to be if we don't put rings on our fingers, because once you're in the tournament, that's what you're playing for. And so we did enough to get here, and now it will not be satisfying unless we finish it.
Bruce Arians got me ready to run through a wall. I could play for you, Bruce. As long as you choose to run. You still could on us three. I'll tell you that. Hey, Marcellus, you love and hate those comments from Bruce Arians. Bucky, good to have you back with us as always.
In living color style. Hated it because this dude... Bruce Arians, stop. Okay, let me be real. Marcellus Wiley, me, the analyst, hates this. Marcellus Wiley, the former player, loves this because...
Pick one.
Okay, the one I am right now. Hate it because you know what? Nobody trying to hear something that ain't real, bruh. You can't walk into a locker room and make it land, not just in the conscious mind, but the subconscious, the unconscious mind. And that's what you talk about when you talk about football, because football is not just a game of skill. It's a greater game of will. And how do you tap into my will? By giving me something real. You can't give it to me like, if we don't win a Super Bowl, guess what, guys? This season was a failure. When you're looking at 53 guys, and individually, some of them are looking at it like it's still a success, and some of them are not. I will be real about that. This is a situation where I hear Bruce Arians trying to tell these guys, hey, I want you to run through a wall like Acho would right now for Bruce Arians. But the problem with this is, Bruce Arians, this is not real to these guys. They know that they can still be successful. They know that this has been a positive experience. They know this season has been a success, even without the ring. Of course, you can't say that in the moment. Of course, you can't say that before the moment. But after the moment, these guys already understand what that will feel like. You know why? Because most of the guys haven't won a Super Bowl, but most of the guys feel like they're a success. So I'm going to use Bruce Arians against Bruce Arians, because sometimes you can get mad at me for just being the messenger. Bruce Arians, once again, is going to the well. Take a listen to this sound.
If you're not putting a ring on your finger, if that confetti's not falling on your head, it's a bad year.
You can't have a bad day. There's somebody out there that wants your job. And let's get ready to put a ring on our finger.
I guess he's hoping the third time's a charm as a head coach, because he hasn't won a ring yet, so I guess he's a failure as a head coach. How does he even have a job? The point is, man, if you want me to move, you want me to do something for my will, hey, bruh, keep it real.
Marcellus, here's what I don't understand. We talked about this at length before, but I'm going to just cut to the chase now.
Let's get there.
You can fail en route to success. You can fail en route to success. Bruce Arians could have failed in previous seasons not winning a Super Bowl, but could still be en route to being a successful head coach. The team in totality can have a failing season, but individuals can be successful. I love Bruce Arians' comments. He gets it. I get it. Hopefully you're going to get it in the next 6 or 7 minutes. The team, the Buccaneers, can have an unsuccessful season, not winning a Super Bowl. But Mike Evans can still have a successful season. Gronkowski can. AB came back, played football. I would quantify his season as successful, but that doesn't mean the Buccaneer season itself is successful, and that's what Bruce Arians is saying. When you line up to play football at any level, whether it's middle school, high school, college, or the NFL, you usually have anywhere from 3 to 4 goals. Win your division, win your conference, win the championship. In college, win your conference, win the championship. In the NFL, win your division, make it to the playoffs, win the Super Bowl. The ultimate objective is always win the championship. If you don't win the championship as a team, you fell short of your goal. Your goal is never, oh, well, we made the playoffs, guys. Well, we won the division, guys. If you don't win the championship, you fell short of your goal. Bruce Arians gets that.
He does get that. He gets it. He gets it right. And I don't know, I don't know what your playoff experience is. But one time I was playing with the Green Bay Packers, and Mike Holmgren came into the room right at the beginning of the playoffs with a big old duffel bag. And in that duffel bag, he had taken out over $130,000 and dumped it. Because at the time, that was the winnings for the Super Bowl. This year, we're talking about $220,000 per player if you win the Super Bowl. Now, the loser, you'll get $150,000. But what you want to understand is you're trying to get guys who are motivated by a couple different things. There's some guys in the room that are motivated by the ring. Acho and I may fall into that. Marcellus, having heard you a bunch of times,
you know,
speak
I
for
don't
yourself,
give a damn.
I think you may be motivated by the cash.
You know
and so that's a way to dangle a carrot for you. But we know it is not a successful season if you're not one of the last guys standing. And so Bruce Arians gets this. He understands it. I have an old quarterback that's 43 years old. I have Antonio Brown. I have Rob Gronkowski on one-year deals. This perfect storm may not come together again. We have to get this now. So everyone is motivated to go and get the ring, because if we get the ring, we also get to go cha-ching.
I'll say this, because I was thinking about this, and Bucky, I agree with you in totality. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Marcellus, when you think about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what's the first team that comes to mind?
First team?
Not talking about this one. Yeah, the Tampa Bay Bucks.
I don't.
0-2, Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, Super Bowl squad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When I think about the Bucks,
I
that's the first squad I think about. That's the first one.
Brady right
now, mind you, Tony Dungy, he had a lot of good squads before then. He made the playoffs, I think, 3 straight years before then. But when you think about the Bucs, you think about the team that won the Super Bowl. When I think about when I was playing, let's talk about them Denver Broncos. 2013, they set about every offensive record in the NFL that you can set. Points per game, Super Bowl era. Most offensive point differential in the Super Bowl era. Anything that Broncos team could do and any record they could break, they broke it. But what Broncos team do we talk about? We talk about the one that won the Super Bowl 2 years later when Von Miller was sacking Cam Newton. That's the one we talk about. When Brock Osweiler replaces Peyton Manning replaces Brock Osweiler, that's the team we talk about. We remember the legends. We remember the teams that win it all. We don't remember like the good teams that made the playoffs, the good teams that had great runs. We might remember players from those teams, but we don't remember the team in totality itself. Bruce Arians is just like, look, if you want to be remembered, if you want to go down in greatness, if you want to have ultimate success from a team standpoint, then you have to win it all. Otherwise, confetti ain't falling on your head. Otherwise, I'm not going to say that you did it all for not individually, but collectively, you ain't get the job done.
You just highlighted the difference between me and you, me and Bucky, me and Minnie. I don't give a damn what people talk about. I really don't. I am really a person who doesn't care about the confetti and how others talk about me more so than about how I feel about me accomplishing my goals. Now, my goals may be not in alignment with the team goals, and that's this conversation. But you can't sell me on we when I'm a part of we. And I'm the first part. You and I make it together.
He's selfish, Bucky.
Oh, I am.
He's telling on himself,
the difference between selfish and selfless is nothing, because they're both having self as the root word. You'll learn that one day. Okay, so I tell it how it is.
Like ish.
I tell it how it is. Y'all tell it how it might be. I get it. But I've been on 3 teams in the playoffs that have lost in the playoffs. Tell me this. Just a little trivia, just a little question there. Why did those teams, after we, wiped our tears, got the Kleenex, took the flight home, wild card, they all went out to party? They all went out to hang. Oh, they had to drown themselves in their sorrows. Why did everybody move on and still look at that year as a successful year? I saw the Tennessee Titans last year lose AFC Championship game. Molly-whopped. And then everybody, including them, that was a successful year. But now I'm supposed to believe unless you get confetti, that's the only way that you are successful. I just overtly disagree with that in terms of process. I would love for you guys to try and educate me on this, but I'm probably older than everybody here. So good luck with that one.
Bucky, what I learned is, and this is why my mom used to say this, it's hard to educate somebody that's hard-headed. See, Marcel is hard-headed. It's hard to educate him. What did Lamar Jackson say after he lost? He wasn't sitting here celebrating.
What did he say? What did he say?
He wanted to win it all. My only goal is to win
you skipped over what he said first.
We took him lightly. That's what he said immediately after. He said we took him lightly, and then coming into this season, I don't care about money. I don't care about MVPs. My only goal is to win a championship.
Your only goal?
If me and Bucky care about winning it all and you don't, then yes, this is a moot conversation. This is a conversation that Bucky and I will just have to have off air, because Bucky and I care about winning championships and you care about self, if that's what you're trying to tell me. But any
Yes, I am. There's no shame in being selfish.
It's a shame in being selfish when you're talking about a team sport.
How? No, it's not. You know what? The aggregate of all of this is individuals all pulling in the same direction. And guess what? If we come up short, we're not going to look at each other and say, you know what? That was an F.